Israeli Embassy in Thailand calls for respectful behavior. The Israeli Embassy in Thailand has issued guidelines to promote the good image and dignity of Israeli nationals in the country after facing backlash over perceived unruly behavior in Pai District, Mae Hong Son Province. On Friday, the embassy shared a post on its Facebook page outlining recommendations for behavior while in Thailand. This came after concerns raised by many Thai people about the actions of some Israelis in the northern tourist town, particularly regarding the setup of a Jewish synagogue, which some feared signified encroachment. Local authorities confirmed that the establishment of the Chabad House, a community center where religious services are also held, is lawful, and all Israelis seen as causing disturbances were legal tourists. In response, the embassy urged its citizens to adhere to Thai traditions and laws to maintain the country's positive image and foster goodwill. Among the recommendations were avoiding loud noise in public spaces, respecting private property, complying with traffic laws, observing permitted visa durations, dressing appropriately, and engaging politely with locals, including when bargaining at markets. The announcement included a report that several Israelis had been deported from Thailand in recent weeks for legal violations. Emphasizing that Israeli citizens have generally received a warm welcome in Thailand, the embassy urged all visitors to maintain good relations and mutual respect between the two nations and conduct themselves with dignity. Immigration police confirmed that no Israelis had broken the law during a recent gathering at the Chabad House in Pai, where about 200 to 300 Israeli nationals assembled to pray and later shared meals. However, residents of Pai recently reported a series of incidents involving Israeli nationals. The most widely publicized involved 4 men vandalizing the emergency room at Pai Hospital after barging in to see a compatriot injured in a motorcycle accident. On social media, a Facebook user, Wasiak Koisirapong, commented, "I see many Thai netizens overreacting. What's wrong with opening a Chabad house? Just because they visit in large numbers doesn't mean they are taking over." Another user, Hila Raviv Gosselin, wrote, "We need all the Chabad houses to print this guideline and share it with all visitors." Calls for greater transparency in Social Security Fund management. Calls are mounting for greater transparency in the handling of the Social Security Fund, SSF, following reports of excessive spending by the Social Security Office, SSO. On Friday, Sawat Kwan, president of the Thai Labor Solidarity Committee, called for greater transparency in the SSO's management of financial data, investment decisions, and fund expenditures. He insisted that the public should be allowed to access information on how Social Security funds are managed to ensure spending aligns with its intended purposes. We would like to see more transparency regarding the funds. A lack of transparency could lead to corruption. More importantly, we want better medical care services, and there should not be any double standards in care between different fund schemes, he said. Various groups of workers subscribing to the SSF have recently complained about poor medical services under the fund. They said the medical care services provided under the SSF are limited compared to the National Health Security Office, NHSO, Universal Healthcare Scheme, despite their substantial contributions. The issue gained traction after People's Party Bangkok MP Rukshanak Srinork, a spokeswoman for the House Committee monitoring state budget planning, revealed that the SSO spent 2.2 million baht on an overseas study trip for 10 officials, including 2 first-class tickets costing 160,000 baht each and 5-star accommodation in Japan at 16,000 baht per night. 100 million baht annually to maintain its hotline. In response, Labour Minister Phiphat Ratchakitprakarn defended the SSO, stating that healthcare benefits under the SSF have been improving. He highlighted free dental treatment for SSF subscribers, with a 900 baht annual limit, which the SSO is considering raising to 1,200 baht. Despite these reassurances, critics argue that the SSF's expenditures lack transparency and efficiency, pointing to its investment returns of less than 3%. Senate Speaker opposes DSI probe into Senate elections. Senate Speaker Munkul Surasaja has strongly opposed the Department of Special Investigation, DSI's plan to probe complaints related to last year's Senate elections. His remarks came as the DSI prepared to investigate allegations of vote fixing, following calls from unsuccessful candidates urging the Election Commission, EC, to either intensify its investigations or hand them over to the DSI. At a press conference, Munkle emphasized that the EC has a constitutional mandate to examine election fraud claims and has already accepted complaints for investigation. Those without authority should not interfere. The senators, who were selected according to the law and regulations, will take action to protect their dignity and reputation, he said. The current 200-member Senate was chosen from 20 professional groups through a process involving local, provincial, and national rounds from June 9 to 26, 2024. Critics claim collusion and vote manipulation occurred during the selection. People's Party faces challenges after winning Lamphun PAO election. The People's Party, PP's victory in the Lamphun Provincial Administrative Organization, PAO, presidency election on February 2 marks a political breakthrough but presents significant challenges. After multiple defeats in other provinces, Lamphun became the PP's first successful PAO bid. The PP immediately announced plans to implement a Lamphun model, focused on improving public utilities, particularly a clean water system across the province. However, critics argue that potable water should not be a priority for Lamphun, a predominantly rural province. They urge the PP to shift its mindset from urban-centric policies to solutions that address rural challenges. The Lamphun PAO is seen as a test of the PP's ability to govern, with its performance potentially influencing the 2027 general elections. A successful experiment could solidify the PP's credibility and expand its support base, while a failed model could damage its image. Charter amendment proposals face political roadblocks. Recent parliamentary meetings to debate constitutional amendments collapsed due to lack of quorum, exposing intense political maneuvering over charter reform. The ruling Pheu Thai Party and opposition People's Party, PP, proposed amending Section 256 to establish a charter drafting assembly. However, Bum Jathai Party MPs staged walkouts, citing a 2021 Constitutional Court ruling that requires a referendum before a new charter can be drafted. The failure to secure a quorum raised suspicions about Pheu Thai's commitment to reform. Political analyst Lamphun suggested Pheu Thai is delaying charter amendments to avoid conflict with the conservative camp. Observers warn that genuine charter reform efforts have stalled, making it unlikely that significant changes will occur before the next election.